All right, you guys, I figured I'd do a little brief video into my life of making meal prep. So I don't like to cook every day, and so I cook once a week, and I usually put it up. So right now we have some mushrooms and some green peppers and some cilantro and stuff like that. And hopefully you can see it. And I'm cutting up some bok choy and some char. I don't know if you've ever had char, so I cooked this first because I want it to really be sauteed and put a little purple cabbage in there. That's how I get my green veggies. Usually I buy vegetables and cut them up so I can have them. With the camper, I don't have a whole lot of storage, so I want my veggies. And you know, it looks like a lot, but it all shrinks. So this is the char. And I watched a couple videos online on how people prepare this, and everybody kind of do it a little bit differently, but there's one little uniform way. And you can eat the stems. So that was interesting, because usually that's the part you want to take out. So I cut it all the way down to the parts where it's not crisp. I don't like the thick ones. It takes too long to cook those. So take that out, and I know you're like, oh my goodness, all that food, but it shrinks down, trust me. And you always want to make sure you wash your veggies before you cut them up and cook them and stuff. Just make sure they're nice and clean, because sometimes if you get organic, it comes right out of the ground and they don't do a whole lot to it. So I got a little olive oil. I don't like to use regular oil. And with the olive oil, because you pay so much for it, you use it sparingly. So we're just going to let this kind of cook down. And then I'm going to put the bok choy in there. Alright, I'm going to let this cook down. And we're going to get over here and cut the bok choy. And usually I have like 2 or 3 containers. Like I'm cooking some lime rice today, and I might do black beans, lime rice, and then this kind of like a stir fry, so it'd be like my veggies. And I've shown you bok choy before, and it's Asian cabbage. So with the improving of your mood, improving your health, so I'm just gonna cut this off the pieces that I want. I don't necessarily have to have the white pieces off of here, but you can cook all of this if you want to too. I just don't. It makes things too bulky. And then I go and pull out all the greens. So I met a couple people, and they're like, how do you cook that in the store? If you've ever eaten collard greens or cabbage, it's pretty much cooked the same way. So there's no special instructions to it. Usually I prep all of this stuff. I don't have a whole lot of counter space in here. So usually I prep a lot of this stuff before I even get started. So I'm just assembling it as it cooks. So get this washed off. Make sure it's nice and clean. Bok choy was char was already nice and clean, so washing off the bok choy. Alright, put that in there. And so this will be good for the rest of the week. So because it's just me, and I don't have to, I'm gone most of the day. Usually I just eat at home once a day. So I have a yogurt for breakfast, and then I come home and I'm tired, so I can take this out of the fridge and warm it up. So I put my rice in one and my stir fry mix in another. And then we're going to add some seasoning to this, and then we're going to come back when it's cooked down just a little bit. I like the color. I like the food to have a little color. So you got some purple and some red, some green. And so if you're a vegetarian, you could just eat it like this. But if you want to have some meat, I got some chicken strips. And once we get this cooked down real good, we'll add the last leg of this with some seasoning. So let's let this cook down. And then grab some seasonings. I put the coriander in last. And one of my seasonings I like. It's like an all-in-one. And I like to use that. It's coming along pretty good. So I got my onions, red peppers, green peppers. Because I got that trio bag where it's like 2 or 3 in one, which is cheaper than trying to get them each individually. And then I have my little lime here. I used some for the rice, and I wanted to add a little bit in here. So we're gonna let this cook down, and we'll come back in a minute when we're ready to add the other piece. Okay, as you can see, it's cooked down quite a bit. It's not stacking up like it was. And because these are veggies that kind of hold water, I like to kind of let it cook down to where there's no more water at the bottom, because I'm going to add a sauce and I'm going to add the chicken, and I don't want that wet feeling at the bottom of the pan. So I usually just kind of toss it around, let it cook for a little while. As you saw just a few seconds ago, I added some garlic in here. So garlic's good for health. It gives it a nice seasoning. Alright, so now we're going to add our chicken. Now this chicken is kind of pre-cooked. I get it from the Walmart. And it's a fajita chicken. And there's some big pieces in here, so I like to just kind of cut them up to maximize what I'm eating. And always wash your hands, because people they appreciate cooked with clean hands. So now it's some little small pieces in here. I can kind of knock those on in there. And any of the big pieces I see, I can go ahead and cut those up. And then what I do is I add these to a big container. And then during the week, when I want to eat, I just pull it on out. And I kind of put stuff all together in one bowl. So I'll take it and put the rice in the bottom, and then use this as my little topper. Before we stir that in, got some of the coriander. Put that in there. And now we're going to stir. This smells so good. I wish you guys could smell this. So I'm going to let this cook just for a few minutes together. Good thing the chicken's already thick, so you don't need to like cook it. It's more like reheating. So we got everything in here is veggies. So we have the cabbage, the purple cabbage, the bok choy, the char, our peppers, mushrooms, and then our protein, which is the chicken. And then we have our rice, which would be lime rice. And this dish is pretty much done. It didn't take a long time to do it. And because I wouldn't say I like spicy food, but I do like food with a little kick. I get this little Asian sauce. It's like a wing sauce, but I like it. And I get it from Walmart. That means our rice is done. I get it from Walmart for $2. And I'll go ahead on and pour this on in here. stir it on and you turn the heat off. Right now we just mixing the sauce. I don't want it to burn off. Right. So I will show you what it looks like. And some more counter space. That's what it looks like once it's done. It has the chicken and all the veggies in it, and you're gonna take that and put it on top of some rice. And I've been eating the whole wheat pita bread, so I usually just kind of cut it up into squares, like 4, and then I'll have that with my bread, with my meal. All right, let's see this thing put together. Here's our alarm guys. All done. Alright, you guys, that's the finished product. That's dinner. We got our veggies, we have our rice and our little pita bread, and I eat this for the next couple days and I'm good to go, right? So then I'm going to show you guys what I do with the rest of this food left over, because there's the rest in the pot, and then we got the rice over here on the other side in the rice cooker. So once I get everything put away and stick it in the fridge, then I'm ready to go. Alright, so that's what it looks like. I hope you enjoyed this video. It'll give you some ideas if you're wanting to do some meal prep of some things that you can do and put away for later, and it'll be something healthy. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a thumbs up and I will see you in the next one.